Do you remember the first time you held your child in your arms, marveling at how naturally your body knew just how to cradle them? Or perhaps you recall those weekend drives in your first car, your hands confident on the steering wheel, the whole world ahead of you? Those moments of strength, grace, and vitality, they're still part of who you are. They're still within you, like precious photographs in an album, waiting to be brought back into the light. I'm here today to share something special with you. Not just exercises, but a journey back to that feeling of confidence in your own body. You see, I learned something remarkable from an 82-year-old woman named Dorothy that changed everything I knew about staying active as we age. "Honey," she told me one day, while sitting in her favorite chair with its well-worn armrests and faded floral pattern, "getting older isn't about giving up, it's about getting creative with what we've got." Those words? They're our compass for today's journey together. And what a journey it will be. The promise of a new beginning. Before we begin, I want you to know something important. This isn't about turning back time or pushing beyond your comfort zone. This is about rediscovering joy in movement, right from the security of your favorite chair. Think of me as that friendly neighbor who drops by with fresh-baked cookies and stays for a heartwarming chat. Except today, I'm bringing something even better, a gift of movement that could transform your daily life. You might be wondering, can seated exercises really make a difference? Let me tell you about Harold, a 75-year-old grandfather who started this journey exactly where you are now. Harold used to struggle to pick up his grandchildren's toys from the floor. But after 6 weeks of gentle seated exercises, he didn't just pick up toys. He got down on the floor to build entire Lego cities with them. That's the kind of transformation we're talking about. First, let's create your perfect exercise space. Find a sturdy chair, your favorite kitchen chair or that reliable armchair that supported you through countless morning coffees. It should be firm enough that it doesn't swallow you up, but comfortable enough that you feel at ease. Place your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Feel that connection between your feet and the floor? That's your foundation. Just like the roots of those mighty oak trees you've watched grow over the decades, your feet are grounding you, supporting you, preparing you for the journey ahead. Let's begin our journey with gentle movements that wake up your body, just as the morning sun gradually illuminates the world. Start with your shoulders, those strong shoulders that have carried so much through the years. Roll them forward slowly, as if you're letting go of tension from days gone by. Think of how you used to shrug off worries while sitting at your kitchen table, sharing coffee with dear friends. Now roll them backward, creating space for new energy, new possibilities. 5 times forward, 5 times back, moving at your own perfect pace. Now let your attention drift down to your ankles, those faithful joints that have carried you through countless dances, walks in the park, and cherished moments with loved ones. Point your toes forward, then flex them back, just as you might have done while dipping your toes in cool lake water on those long-ago summer days. Circle each ankle gently, first one way, then the other, as if you're drawing tiny moons in the air. This simple movement awakens the circulation in your feet, preparing you for our journey ahead. Take a moment now to notice your breath. Just as you've watched seasons change through your window, observe how your breath moves in and out, creating a natural rhythm. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, as if you're breathing in the scent of fresh-baked bread or blooming spring flowers. Then exhale slowly through your mouth, like you're cooling a cup of hot tea. This is the breath that will carry you through our practice, just as it's carried you through all of life's precious moments. Now we'll move into what I like to call our chair yoga flow. Remember Dorothy? She used to say this was her favorite part, the time when she felt most like herself again. We'll start with the seated mountain pose. Sit tall in your chair, just as you did in your proudest moments, maybe at your child's graduation or your golden anniversary celebration. Roll your shoulders back and down, letting your palms rest gently on your thighs. Feel the dignity in your posture, the strength in your spine. This is your foundation, your seated mountain, strong and steady as those peaks on the horizon. From here, we'll flow into the cat-cow stretch, a movement that might remind you of how your family cat would stretch in the morning sunlight. As you inhale, let your chest move forward and your chin lift slightly, like you're greeting an old friend across the street. Then exhale, rounding your spine, tucking your chin, drawing your belly button gently toward your spine. It's like you're cradling yourself in a gentle hug. Move between these positions slowly, letting your breath guide you, just as you've let wisdom guide you through the years. Now comes a sequence that might surprise you with its power. We call it the core awakening, and it's inspired by everyday movements you've done thousands of times. Think about those moments when you had to sit up extra tall to peek over the heads in church, or when you pulled in your stomach to zip up your favorite dress. That's the same awareness we'll use now. Sit tall, rest your hands gently on your belly, and as you exhale, draw your navel toward your spine. Imagine you're making space in your abdomen for a ray of golden sunlight to shine through. Hold this gentle contraction for 5 counts while breathing normally, then release. This is building your inner strength, the kind that keeps you steady and confident in all you do. Let's move into what I call our strength stories, movements that connect directly to the activities you love. Remember those days of lifting your children, carrying groceries, or tending to your garden? That strength isn't gone, it's just waiting to be reawakened. If you have some light hand weights, wonderful, but soup cans work perfectly too. They remind me of my friend Alice, who started this journey using her favorite tomato soup cans and now lifts her great-grandchildren with confidence. Hold your weights or cans at your sides, just as you would hold shopping bags. Now, slowly lift them up to shoulder height, as if you're reaching to place something on a shelf. Think of all the times you've done this movement naturally, hanging curtains, storing away holiday decorations, reaching for that special occasion china. Lower your arms just as slowly, with control and grace. This mindful movement isn't just exercise, it's preparation for life's daily activities. Now comes one of my favorite parts, what I call the chair march. This one always brings smiles as it reminds us of parades and marching bands from years gone by. Sitting tall, begin to lift your right knee, then your left, alternating in a marching rhythm. Remember those summer parades down Main Street? Or perhaps the way you used to walk down the school hallway as a teacher. Channel that same sense of purpose and pride. Each lift strengthens your legs for real-life moments, standing from a chair, walking to the mailbox, or playing with grandchildren. The art of gentle twists and turns. Life isn't just about forward movement, it's about being able to reach, twist, and turn with ease. Think about those everyday moments, turning to chat with a friend in church, reaching for something in the back seat of the car, or swiveling to answer the phone. Our next movement honors these natural turns of life. Sitting tall, place your hands gently on your knees. Inhale as you lengthen your spine toward the ceiling, like a flower reaching for the sun. As you exhale, slowly turn your upper body to the right, as if someone just called your name from that direction. Feel the gentle stretch along your spine, the way it creates space between each vertebra. Return to center with your next inhale, then repeat to the left side. As we near the end of our movement journey, let's focus on flexibility, not just of the body, but of the spirit. Reach your arms overhead, interlacing your fingers if that feels comfortable. Imagine you're stretching after a wonderful night's sleep, or reaching up to adjust a picture frame holding precious memories. Gently lean to one side, creating a long, beautiful curve in your body. Feel how this stretch connects to daily life, reaching for items on high shelves, adjusting curtains, or embracing loved ones. Just as the day gradually eases into evening, we'll slowly bring our practice to a close. Let your movements become smaller, softer, like ripples on a quiet pond. Roll your shoulders one last time, circle your ankles gently, and let your head tilt from side to side as if nodding to old friends. These final moments are like the quiet conversations at the end of a wonderful gathering, soft, warm, and filled with contentment. As we end our time together, I want you to know something important. What you've done today isn't just exercise. It's a celebration of life, of movement, of the strength that has always been within you. Every stretch, every lift, every gentle twist is an investment in your independence and joy. Think of Dorothy, who at 82 still tends her beloved rose garden because she keeps her body strong through these movements. Think of Harold, who can now play on the floor with his grandchildren. Think of yourself, and all the moments of life you want to embrace fully. Tomorrow morning, when you reach for your coffee cup, think of our shoulder rolls. When you turn to greet a neighbor, remember our gentle twists. When you stand up to hug a loved one, feel the strength we've built together. This practice isn't about perfection, it's about possibility. I encourage you to make these movements part of your daily routine. Start small, perhaps just the warm-up sequence as you begin your day. Add more movements as you feel ready. Remember, you're not just moving your body, you're continuing your life story, adding new chapters filled with strength, dignity, and joy. Thank you for sharing this journey with me today. Until we meet again, keep moving, keep smiling, and keep believing in the remarkable strength that lives within you. After all, as Dorothy says, getting older isn't about giving up, it's about getting creative with what we've got. And what you've got, my friend, is absolutely beautiful.